De facto Law Minister Datuk Sri Taqiyuddin Hassan says the government has decided not to advise the King to extend the proclamation of emergency beyond August 1st. Further, in a surprising twist, Taqiyuddin also revealed that the government has decided, based on Article 150, subsection 3 of the Malaysian Constitution, to revoke all emergency ordinances that have been promulgated during this proclamation of emergency. He said the decision to revoke all 6 emergency ordinances was made during a cabinet meeting on July 21st. Taqiyuddin said this during the special Dewan Rakyat sitting, which commenced today and will adjourn on August 2nd. To recap, the state of emergency came into force on January 11th and is scheduled to end on August 1st. It was enforced to provide the government with the ability to mobilise all necessary resources to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. After repeated statements from Istana Negara on the need to reconvene Parliament as soon as possible, the government decided to hold special sittings for both the Dewan Rakyat and Dewan Negara. These sittings are to provide explanations to MPs about the National Recovery Plan and to amend necessary laws and rules to enable hybrid Parliament sittings. Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin says the government expects most states to move into Phase 4 or the final phase of the National Recovery Plan by October at the earliest. In a briefing at the Dewan Rakyat today, the Premier said Putrajaya is expecting a full reopening of the economy and a lifting of the majority of restrictions in most states by then, based on the smooth rollout of the national vaccination program. It has stepped up its inoculation drive with the aim of ensuring all adults receive full doses of the vaccine by October. This compares to the original plan of having 80% of adults fully vaccinated by the first quarter of next year. So far, 8 states have moved into Phase 2 of the recovery plan, namely Perlis, Perak, Pahang, Kelantan, Terengganu, Pulau Pinang, Sabah and Sarawak. Should there be a resurgence in the number of infections in these states, Muhyiddin said the government will tighten movement restrictions on the locality involved instead of a full lockdown on the state or district. As for the continuity of the recovery plan and fine-tuning of other economic recovery measures, the PM said these will be announced during the tabling of the 12th Malaysia Plan on September 20th and Budget 2022 on October 29th. He said the Ministry of Finance will, for the first time, issue a pre-budget statement, including a public consultation document on the focus of the policies in August 2021. This is aimed at increasing transparency as well as public involvement in annual budget preparation. OneMDB has dropped its $1 billion suit against its former legal firm Wong & Partners, as well as lawyer Brian Chia Hong Gi. An online file search by theedgemarkets.com revealed that OneMDB dropped the suit on July 19th through law firm Lim Chi Wee Partnership, and this was confirmed by Wong & Partners Managing Director Munir Abdul Aziz. On May 7th, OneMDB and its former subsidiary SRC International filed 22 civil suits against various individuals and companies, seeking billions of dollars from the defendants over the losses the group and its subsidiaries suffered. The suit OneMDB filed against Wong & Partners, along with its senior partner Chia, was for purported breach of contractual, statutory, common law and fiduciary duties, as well as dishonest assistance that led to misappropriation of funds from the group. OneMDB had sought $1 billion in damages, plus legal fees of some 664,821 ringgit. In response, Wong & Partners said the suit had no merit and that the sum claimed was unjustified. Wong & Partners was represented by Datuk Sri Gopal Sri Ram. The senior deputy public prosecutor, who is also prosecuting former PM Datuk Sri Najib Razak in his OneMDB criminal cases, previously said there was no conflict in him leading the prosecution in Najib's cases while defending the law firm. He also disclosed that Chia is an important witness in Najib's OneMDB tenure trial. AIA Malaysia will make a minority equity investment in TNG Digital, the owner of Touch 'n Go e-wallet, confirming a report by theedgemarkets.com. It did not disclose the exact stake that AIA would take, nor other terms of the deal. The two parties announced that under a strategic partnership, the insurer will provide innovative and personalized digital insurance solutions to meet the protection needs of over 16 million Touch 'n Go e-wallet customers nationwide. The collaboration will allow AIA to offer Touch 'n Go e-wallet customers insurance solutions that they can buy both directly online as well as through AIA's existing distribution channels, including its 19,000-strong agency force. AIA Malaysia CEO Ben Ng said in the statement that today's announcement marks the continuation of the insurer's digital transformation journey and ambition to reach new customer segments using online platforms amid the pandemic. Meanwhile, Touch 'n Go Group CEO Effendi Shahul Hamid said insurance is a key pillar as the group continues to expand into financial services, and it looks forward to collaborating with AIA to disrupt the segment and bring better and more relevant products and services to Touch 'n Go e-wallet users. Earlier, theedgemarkets.com reported, quoting sources, that AIA's participation in TNG Digital values the latter at about $700 million or approximately 3 billion ringgit. AIA aside, other shareholders of TNG Digital are Touch 'n Go, China's Ant Group, and New York-based Bowwave Capital Management. The Malaysia Competition Commission, or MyCC, says it is closely monitoring and assessing food delivery platforms to see if they are contravening anti-competition laws. This follows recent public complaints about issues including services, exorbitant commission fees, and high prices of food and beverages on these platforms. In a statement today, MyCC said it has, along with the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs, been actively engaging with relevant stakeholders, including F&B and retail industry players, to understand the issues raised. MyCC CEO Iskandar Ismail said, based on the series of meetings held, the Commission has identified several concerns and challenges in relation to not only competition but also consumerism, and will actively engage with the food delivery platform providers. He noted that MyCC is looking into every angle, from the perspective of the Competition Act 2010, particularly the conduct of the food delivery platforms, towards F&B industry players, riders and consumers, and whether it raises any competition concerns. Options being considered in approaching the issues include invoking the enforcement powers and working on solutions with the Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs.